Managers recognize the importance of the customer experience to the long-term success of their firms. In fact, research by Gartner finds that close to 90% of companies plan to compete primarily on the basis of the customer experience. Clearly, having satisfied customers who are willing to recommend the brand is important, so the focus on the customer experience is completely understandable. Despite its importance, however, managers have had a very hard time translating these efforts into improved financial performance. In fact, Bloomberg Businessweek did an investigation of the relationship between the American Customer Satisfaction Index and company stock performance. Their results found a negative relationship between the two. In other words, companies that did a good job of satisfying customers actually performed more poorly than firms that didn't. This resulted in a Bloomberg Businessweek article entitled, "Proof That It Pays to Be America's Most Hated Companies." The article said things like, "Your contempt really, truly doesn't matter." A big part of the problem is that the metrics we use to measure and manage the customer experience, like satisfaction and NPS, have almost no relationship to customers' buying behaviors. And by almost no, I mean very close to zero. In fact, knowing customer satisfaction or NPS levels typically explains only 1% of the variation in customers' share of spending. A team of leading academics and me decided to investigate why customer satisfaction levels did not link to customer spending. What we found surprised us. The problem wasn't that satisfaction is somehow wrong. The problem was the way that we went about measuring and managing satisfaction was wrong. Most companies focus on absolute scores. For example, imagine that a customer rated her satisfaction with your brand a 9 on a 10-point scale. Every firm using this scale considers this to be a great score. Using the Net Promoter Score classifications, customers who rate brands a 9 are considered promoters. While all firms want more promoters, this system ignores the fact that in most industries, customers use multiple competing brands. Moreover, they tend to like all of them or they wouldn't use them. As a result, if a customer is a promoter for your brand but also uses a competitor, 80% of the time that customer is a promoter for the competition as well. Seemingly good scores can be very misleading. Oftentimes, managers mistakenly believe that they are doing well because of high satisfaction and NPS scores, when in fact they are a parity brand in the eyes of most of their customers. So it's not the absolute level that matters. What matters is the relative rank that a customer satisfaction or NPS level represents vis-a-vis competing brands that he or she also uses. Rank has huge implications on the way customers divide their spending. The lion's share goes to the first choice brand. We discovered a simple formula that any manager can use to calculate the share of spending that customers allocate to the brands that they use. All you need to know is the relative rank of the brand and the total number of brands used by the customer. We call this formula the wallet allocation rule. Predicting share of wallet is a simple 3-step process. First, survey customers to determine the brands that they regularly use. Next, gauge satisfaction for each brand the customer uses and then convert these scores into ranks. The highest scoring brand would be ranked first, the second highest second, and so forth. Then, to arrive at a brand's share of wallet for a customer, plug the brand's rank and the number of brands used into the wallet allocation rule formula. It's important to note, however, that this isn't the end of the wallet allocation rule system. It's the beginning. Once managers know how much of their customers' money is going into competitors' cash registers, they need to determine what it takes to get it back. This requires a new approach to identifying key drivers for growing share. Customers have a logical reason for using every brand that they do. So the key to gaining share is giving customers fewer reasons to use the competition. Satisfaction and NPS get at why customers use your brand, not why they use the competition. That's why the key drivers of share are almost never the same as the drivers of satisfaction or NPS. These measures must be put in the context of the real-world choices that customers make each and every day. By applying the wallet allocation rule, managers get real insight into the money they are currently getting from their customers, the money available to be earned by them, and what it takes to get it.